fire, and it made me think of this one that's overrated. Fireworks. This is coming from someone
on there?
that I just put it on. I changed it. I got rid of Big Bang Theory because it's on your list. Fireworks. It's shit that blows up in the sky. That's all it is.
It's fun, but it's not.
It is fun, but we ran a tent. I work at a school, and in 2020, when everything was shut down, I had no idea if I was going to have a summer school position. So this position came up where I could run one of those firework tents for 10 days. But you got to sleep in the tent. Yeah. You got to stay there. New York State law says you cannot leave this unoccupied if it's not locked up. So someone has to be there 24/7. So me and Tandy did it because I didn't know if I was going to have a summer school position or not. And it turns out I did, but it turned into extra money. But it was fun. But the money that people shell out on these fireworks was grab that one too. Oh, that one will blow up too. Grab that one.
Yeah, and they all
$800 later, and the show's over in 2 seconds.
And the ones the ones that you were selling don't go up in the air. They're
right. They're just like fountains.
Yeah, they're grounded.
And I realized how much people love fireworks when I went on Facebook, okay? My wife's a nurse. She works weekends. She has to get up early. She's in bed sometimes by 9 o'clock, 9:30 on a Saturday. And a lot of times in this neighborhood where we are right now, 11 o'clock at night, you'll hear fireworks going off for no freaking reason whatsoever. So I went on Facebook and I said, are fireworks really that great? Where we got to be running them every Saturday. I got a nurse who lives in the house. Don't tell me I can't. Fireworks are amazing. I want to blow that shit up all day. Close your window if you don't like fireworks. You wouldn't believe the backlash I got.
Oh, I believe
just by asking for some consideration
you can't
for
put
a
that
nurse
kind of stuff.
who might save you or your kid's life one day.
You can't
Not
post
stop
stuff
me
like
from blowing shit up in the sky, man.
If you're on Facebook, you have. I mean, he wouldn't come to your house and say that to you. He only
only said it online with the protection of that computer screen in front
pussies.
of him.
Ow, ow, ow.
Cramp.
Okay, we're
Right,
back.
we got 45 minutes. Jeez. Do you remember, Babe, the one I had the other day?
Yeah. I can't bend my leg. It's gone, and I tried to bend my leg back.
We might have to finish this one later.
What time is it?
4:15. We got 45 minutes.
Gotta go a little bit faster. Oh,
Part of me wants to leave this in.
I think when I first go,
Yeah, I feel bad.
But at the same time, reaction to pain is funny. I mean, there's a reason why it's in a lot of... Dick Van Dyke was a legend for it. Okay.
All right.
Can we move on from fireworks?
Listen, I'm going to stay down here for now.
Okay.
So you guys know, I just had a Charlie horse, and I'm in a lot of pain.
All right.
So
I said fireworks for my number 8.
So we're on number 8.
You're number 8?
Is it 7 or 8? I can't.
8. My 8 is fireworks. Your 8 is pets. I can read it.
That's extremely bad. Listen.
Yeah, that's real bad.
I'm going to alienate a lot of people here, and I don't really give a fuck. Listen, this is what I'm going to say, and you guys are going to get mad at me and hate me, and all of you have pets, you want a pet. All these people who have pets, and they're going to think I'm heartless. Listen. I am his dad. And I am Grayson's dad. You are not Charlie's dad. You are not Charlie's dad, and you cheapen the fact that I have kids and I really am a dad by calling yourself a dad. I'm not a dad of a doll, right? We got freaking squirrels in my backyard, and I am not their dad.
Okay, but is that overrated owning a pet, or is that just a little bitter about...
Listen. I love Charlie. And Grayson loves Sterling's cat. Right? And I've loved pets before, but you can have them.
Listen.
You go someplace, and we got to take care of them. I'm coming to take care of Charlie in October. I'm happy to do it. I love Charlie, but I get to leave in a week.
Right. Listen. I love Charlie more than most people in this world. There's maybe...
See, that's weird. Overrated.
There's maybe 15 people I love more than Charlie. That's about it.
Yeah.
But if it were up to me, I wouldn't own a pet. Because the money that they cost, the attention that they need, like the fact that we've had to like go out of our way, like if Tandy has a lot of family in the Thousand Islands, and we'll take a day trip up there sometimes, and it's like, oh shit, the dog's been there for all day. To have to find someone to come let the dog out so it doesn't poop and shit in your house.
Who let the dog out? Sorry. Sorry.
But the money, and oh my God, we were miserable when we had to take his eye out. That poor dog.
I know it makes me sound heartless. I really do.
No, it doesn't. I get it. Because
It
if
does.
it were up to
It does. People do.
It does.
when Charlie's gone, I don't want another pet. I do it for my wife, who will always have to have a pet.
And then you'll love him.
Right. Like I said, I love that dog more than anything.
Right.
I will be a miserable mess when that dog goes. I will be inconsolable at times.
For sure.
But
We'll be sad.
if it were up to me, I would never own a pet.
We will be very sad when Charlie.
Just because I chose not to have kids. Yeah. We made that decision to not have
Well,
kids
again, it's not the
because
same
I'm
thing.
selfish
Stop
with my
comparing.
time. I'm selfish with my money.
Listen,
Tanny's
one thing-
probably in there right now.
You're all
fuming.
right. You're in sit up mode right now. You're all good.
I just can't bend my leg back. But Tandy's probably in there fuming at me. But I don't.
No. She knows.
Tandy, come on, let's go.
She
fight.
knows my take
let's
on
fight,
dogs.
Tana. Okay,
She knows
Jaden?
my take on
What-
dogs.
I like pets.
You've never had one.
I know I've never had one. I'm moving into a place where there's going to be a dog. I'm very excited about it.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, teach him not to shit on the
Listen,
floor.
I lay down
knows
at
not to
night,
shit.
and that dog crawls right up on my chest. I'm on my back, and this dog gets right up my chest.
so you need that
and he
kind of
starts
love.
licking
huh?
my
You
face
need
and
that kind
licking
of love.
behind my ears.
I like to have love that I've earned.
And I'm loving this dog,
That
and then he
dog-
flips over. He's so adorable.
He loves you because you feed him.
Well, yeah, that's it.
That's not why my
but
kids
sometimes
love
I
me.
try to put myself in that place. That dog didn't choose us. We chose him. Why do we get to pick? This poor animal is just stuck with whoever he deals with, whoever chooses him. So I want to be the best dog owner that I can now that I do have him. So I take him for walks, and I play with him, and I try to, give him a little bit of my food, even though it's not necessarily good for him. But what else does this
Everybody
dog have
has
to live
pets.
for?
Everybody has pets. That's why it's overrated.
I tried to give him some good food. Everyone instead of this stupid, crunchy, dry.
Okay, let's
dog
go to number
food.
7.
James.
My number 8 is jeans. I hate jeans.
I'm not a fan.
Well, I would rather wear jeans than a lot of other pants.
Not
to
me.
work.
Even dress pants can be more. Jeans are so thick.
They
They're
can
so
be.
thick and
You guys got to get the right
ri-
kind of jeans.
rigid.
They have the stretchy kind now.
Listen, sometimes I
better.
don't mind a nice pair of jeans, but it's got to be on the right person. I don't want to wear jeans myself.
I know. I don't think I can't remember the last time I saw you in a pair of jeans. Even this kid, when he came into work for that meeting, he wasn't wearing jeans.
Yeah,
He was
because
wearing
why would I wear
khakis.
something that's just uncomfortable?
They're
It's
so
just
hot.
uncomfortable.
But again, you got to wear the right pair. Like I have these. Is it Levi?
They're overrated.
They have the stretchy. They're like.
I don't care. That's not the problem. The
helps.
stretchiness isn't my problem. The material rubbing up against my hairy legs is the problem.
Okay.
They're too thick. They're thick and hot. Okay, move on. 7. Jaden, go.
Spaghetti.
I mean, overrated.
Well, spaghetti's pretty popular.
I love good
It's
spaghetti,
a go-to
man.
to feed a lot of people. It's cheap.
I love a good
Dude,
spaghetti.
wherever we go out, you have spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe
I don't
he's
like
the
it.
only one.
It makes me sad that you don't like spaghetti. Like I cry at night.
Dad used to make the best homemade
No,
spaghetti.
Michelle makes the best homemade spaghetti.
But he put the pepper. The pepperoni's all you need to make
The
it
pepper.
delicious.
Listen, if you guys want to know how to make good spaghetti, put pepperoni in it. It's not just for the pepperoni,
Right, and it's not. We're not talking about the thin sliced
No.
pepperoni.
Cut up
the
some
pizza
pepperoni
type,
and put it in
The
there
thick.
as soon as you can get it in there. And even if you don't want to eat the pepperoni, it seasons the sauce. It's
but that
wonderful.
pepperoni's so juicy,
It's
and
so
you bite
good.
into it, and the juices squirt out. Oh, it's so good.
I don't know if I like. I don't like to call things like want to eat something because it's juicy.
Are you kidding?
I don't know. It's weird.
That's what makes fruit a lot of fruit good.
Juicy.
If you want me
A
to like
burger good?
spaghetti,
Who doesn't
stop
like
making meat sauce. That's what drove me away.
Meat sauce is
That's
better.
not for me. That's your mother. Your mother likes.
Listen, you got to have meat sauce and the meatballs and the pepperoni.
Yeah, that's how I
Boom.
make it. And mushrooms.
That's how you do it.
No, you just need the plain
And
sauce,
mushrooms. I'm all on board
meatballs,
with
and I can
mushrooms.
grate cheese on it.
So while we're on the topic of food, number 7 for me is tacos.
Dude, I love tacos.
I can eat tacos sometimes, but this is getting to the point where people love it so much, and I only like it a little. This is something I hate, right? I don't hate tacos. I can stand tacos, but people are like, "Oh man, all I need is a couple tacos and I'm good." Like, the jokes about how much they love tacos. It's like
right.
bacon.
Like I've seen like Facebook memes and stuff before where it's like eat healthy. Unless you can eat tacos, then eat tacos.
Right.
Tacos aren't that good to me.
Right.
I had taco salad for lunch today. It's easy. It's like spaghetti.
Listen,
it's easy.
I don't like
and cheap.
I don't like that seasoning though. I don't like the way the beef is typically seasoned in a taco. It's so like just
a
dry.
taco.
It stinks and it's dry and
Now we can do my number 7 and go right to your number 6 because it's the
Then
same
let's
thing.
do Jane's number 7.
Wait,
Well,
what?
Jane did his number 7. Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Before we move on, you just said you don't like foods because they're juicy, and then you proceed to call tacos dry.
Yeah, that's a valid
Fair
argument.
point.
Valid
That's a
argument.
fair
That's
point.
valid-
Hey,
See, I'll
that's a
admit
good
it when
point.
I'm wrong.
Good point.
I'm like you turds.
I admit when I'm wrong all the time.
Jaden never does.
I just did
do?
recently. Okay, my number 7 is your number 6. Going to the beach.
Oh,
We had to set aside a whole day when we went to Puerto Rico to go to the beach. To what? Put a towel down and lay on it?
right. I can do that at my house and not get sand up my bum.
Well,
Right.
you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing at the beach. You're supposed to be making sandcastles. And
Again, I
swimming.
don't want to see people's toes.
I have
right?
the
That's
Anakin Skywalker view of sand. I hate sand.
It's coarse, rough, and gets
Course
everywhere.
gets everywhere. But no, that what else are you supposed to do? Put on headphones, listen to your music. Again, can do it at home.
In the sun. And get
Now I
sunburned.
get wanting to escape the winter and going down to Florida
If you
and being
wanna
in nice
swim
warm
or
weather.
something.
But to sit on the beach,
Why do you want to go to the beach to swim? Go somewhere there's a pool.
you got like old fat guys in Speedos sometimes that you got to look at. No.
Pop a hydrant.
No, you can- yeah.
pop a hydrant if you're
I
hot.
haven't really been to the beach, but I think there's a lot of fun things you can
There's
do.
a lot of
there.
salmonella in the sand and
You can throw a frisbee on the beach. Yeah, you can also do that at a park.
smell like dead fish and marijuana.
Yes,
now.
that's the other thing. You get
go-
dead fish, gross ocean smell.
You bring a frisbee, you build a sandcastle, you look for like
The
cool
beach is
rocks.
overrated.
Sandbox.
The beach is
Look for
overrated.
cool rocks. Well, I can't swim.
If you go swimming in a
Pool.
pool.
Swimming
You
pool.
want to swim in the dirty, nasty water?
All right, so you're number 6.
See like sea animals out like
What's
super
your
far.
number 6?
My number 6 is Big Bang Theory, that TV show.
I kicked it off my list.
It's
because I
the
knew he
most
was gonna
overrated
discuss
TV
it.
show of all time.
Terrible. And what annoys me more than anything, because I'm a nerd and I like Star Wars and I like Superman and I like, Game of Thrones. Oh, you would love Big Bang Theory because they talk about that stuff all the time. No, trash. Sheldon is a completely unlikable character. Not funny. He's annoying. All the other people's nerd, they have to listen to him talk like this.
the
No
way
one
I-
really talks like that.
The way I see the Big Bang Theory is like two high school bullies wrote a show about the nerds they beat up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
It's terrible.
Well,
Absolutely terrible.
And the other problem that I have with the show is we were watching it for the first couple seasons. It was okay. It made us laugh sometimes, but then when you get Mia Balek's character, Amy, Shelton's supposed to be like unique, and then here comes Amy, and she's just like him. It's like
Now, you have to tell me, what woman in the world who actually wants to have sex would stick with the one guy in the world who doesn't?
yeah, for real.
It's completely...
I mean, Phil likes
Far-fetched.
everything. Phil, he wants everything that he likes to be based in reality.
No.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He does.
No,
he doesn't like
but at
any
the
of that,
same time,
he
it's
doesn't like any of that fantasy stuff. He doesn't like any of that. He doesn't like any of that. Like
She's unbelievable as a
superheroes or-
character.
He thinks lightsabers are ridiculous.
No, he thinks they're real.
Oh yeah.
I'm bashing the same show you want to be bashing.
I don't like it. It's a terrible show.
Mine.
Yeah, if you like Big Bang Theory, I'm sorry, but it feels like mostly low-hanging fruit and
Yeah,
recycled jokes.
Lowest common denominator.
Lowest common, yeah.
And it's the same thing with Family Guy. Everyone says, "Oh, you like South Park? You like Family Guy because it's a cartoon that deals with adult humor." No,
I like Family
not the
Guy.
same. Family Guy's trash. Don't talk to me about your crappy,
Dude, Family Guy
smelly,
is so much better than
disgusting
South Park.
loser Family Guy.
SpongeBob's better than
South
both of them.
Park
SpongeBob's
is
better than both of them,
superior.
yeah.
SpongeBob's better than both of them.
Agreed.
All
But
right.
Family Guy is better than South Park.
Number 6. Yes, my number 6. We've already discussed country
five.
music. We've already discussed the beach. So
My
let's
number
go to number
five.
5.
I'm gonna say poker.
Poker. I know
We had
you
a
know
big-
that,
we had a
that
big
I love
conversation
it.
of poker.
I don't think it's popular enough for.
It used to be for sure, and I think
2003 is when
Texas Hold'em.
it became really big.
When Texas Hold'em, everybody that's all people want to play, and it's like it's
Chris Moneymaker, this nobody, won the World Series of Poker. I think it was 2003, and everybody was like, it was like when Tiger Woods became popular. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my kid start golf when he's 4 years old, and he's gonna be the next Tiger Woods."
Listen, there's
same
just-
thing with Chris Moneymaker. This nobody became the world champion, and now everybody thought they could do it.
there's just some things that men feel like they have to do to be a man. They have to drive a truck.
No,
they have to play poker. They have to like the NFL.
I don't play poker to feel like a man.
A lot of people.
It's like
I play
Bobcat.
poker. I am a man. I have a truck. I am a man. I am a man. I am a
It's like
man. I have a beard.
Bobcat Goldthwait does this hilarious bit. I'm not going to try to mimic it, but he does this hilarious bit where he says how hunters think they're manly compared to like male cheerleaders. When hunters get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to hang out with a bunch of dudes all day, and male cheerleaders are hanging out with girls,
Right.
But poker's
Men
the same
like their
thing.
bros, though,
All we
right?
do is we hang out with a bunch of guys and we play poker.
Men
so
like their
I don't do
bros.
it to feel manly.
Men like their bros. They like their bros, bro. Yo, you want to go get some lunch? Yeah, let's go get some lunch together, man. You want to go get some breakfast
I'm
together?
in a
Let's go
poker
get some
league. We
breakfast
play
together.
once a month, and
It's the camaraderie.
It's so fun. I look forward to it every month. I wish I could play poker more regularly. I'm obsessed with poker.
Overrated. Mick, do you have a take on poker?
It gives you a rush.
My take on poker is poker. I hardly know her.
Gambling, when you put all your chips in or you make a big bet and try to bluff, it gets your heart pumping. It gives you a rush. It's a thrill. It's incredibly fun. You're playing the other person. You're not always playing the cards, and it's frustrating because it's like baseball. You can do everything right, and the other person can do everything
We're not
wrong.
getting back into it. It's not like baseball. In poker, you can't.
you could still end up losing.
shift. In poker, you can't make a shift to catch the ball. All right, what's next? Are we on number 5?
Your number 5 was poker. My number 5 is J-Lo. Everyone thinks she's so hot, so sexy, so gorgeous. Don't see it. Don't see it.
That's the only thing you're basing your number 5 on?
Well, she's a terrible actress. She's a terrible singer. She's an okay dancer,
She's
I
an
guess.
overrated celebrity.
She's overrated as a celebrity. Why is this person famous?
I have very little opinion on Jennifer Lopez.
Most people just think she's so... I don't know what it is. Something just disgusts me about her.
Disgusts, really.
Yeah.
Disgust.
Jennifer, I'm so sorry that my brother thinks this of you.
Yeah.
Listen, please continue.
I don't know. Maybe I watched too much South Park
Jennifer,
and they judge her and maybe they met her and think she's a horrible person.
continue
But she
to watch our
seems-
show.
She seems like a stuck-up, snotty...
Please
I
continue
just-
to watch our show.
I don't get
J-Lo,
J-Lo.
keep
I never
watching.
found her
Keep
that
watching
attractive.
J-Lo. Me and Jaden love you.
Yeah, I've seen a few of your movies. You're
J-Lo,
pretty
you
good.
can text
You're
me
pretty
if you
good.
want.
She was in one good movie where they scam
What's
people.
that dumb
She
movie?
plays a stripper and they scam rich
What's that
guys
dumb
out
song?
of their
I
money. That
love
was
you,
pretty good.
Poppy. I love you, Poppy. Oh my god! I watched that once and I was like, this is terrible.
I love you, Poppy.
Something about Poppy was the song. Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. She was in The Cell. That wasn't that. That was weird.
It was weird.
It was very like psychedelic.
Money Train, which was like her first movie, but that was only fun because Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson were in it.
She had frizzy hair in that, right? But she used to have frizzy hair.
That was like her first. That was like her breakout role, and she was a dancer on In Living Color, right?
Color.
That's where she.
Her and Jim Carrey got their career started there, right? On
Yep,
Living
Jim
Color.
Carrey.
All right, what do we got? Mix on 5.
His 5.
My 5 is another celebrity. I think we've touched on this celebrity before.
Yes, we have.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If you're watching, stop.
Really? You don't want him to watch?
You don't want The Rock to watch?
J-Lo can watch, but not The Rock. Yeah, Rock, we don't need you. We don't smell what you're cooking.
Listen, he
he's-
was a box office draw for so long.
Yeah.
And then-
I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything, but all his movies are awful.
I would like to see him like Kool-Aid Man.
bust through the wall and
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
Jaden's ass right
Kick
now.
Jaden's ass. That'd be
Okay.
awesome. I heard you don't
Dwayne
like
The Rock
me. Can you
Johnson.
smell what The Rock is cooking?
Dwayne. If you're seeing this and you want to come kick my ass, you're welcome to.
Listen, we have to video it though, right? You gotta do
Yeah.
it for the
Do
show.
we get to record it?
Yeah, yeah, we
You
can
know
do it
I
for the
like
show.
my fight scenes.
Yeah.
But
Make
I
it
mean,
quick.
they made such a big deal about Black Adam, and he was overhyped it, and it just tanked. It was terrible.
I just think if there's one actor who you see as like, oh, they're going to be in the movie, that's going to be terrible, is The Rock.
Yeah.
Like, you know the movie's
Let's
going to
not
be
talk
bad.
Too much about The Rock.
I like the first Jumanji movie he was in. That was fun. The second Jumanji movie he was in was terrible.
I'm gonna push this on to number 4.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
move on to
number
number
four.
My number 4 is cars. Listen,
Well,
the
we can
movie
I
see
need
are
a
here.
car. I need a car. I need a car to go someplace. I need a van. I need a truck. I need a whatever. But I'm not going to spend $80,000, $90,000 on a car. I don't want to have a $600, $700 car payment and then pay insurance out of my ass for a car. After a while, it's just your car.
I agree with you to an extent. To me, I don't like driving. I don't like being in the car for an extended amount of time. So I want the car I'm in to be as nice as possible, to have as many features to make
more
my ride
comfortable than
comfortable.
sporty.
Right. I don't get why people spend thousands and thousands of dollars on like their Corvettes and Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
Dude, it can get to 80 miles.
Get to 80 miles. Yeah, go 80 miles an hour down 104 and get yourself a ticket because cops target you, you dumbass. So that part I don't get. Why people want these fancy-looking cars. Oh, yeah, look, it's sitting out in the driveway. Look at it. That's what it does most of the time, sits in your driveway. I want a car that's nice and luxurious inside.
You're also
comfortable inside.
You're also just begging for it to be stolen.
Right?
Yeah. And you're paying lots of money. Listen, we could afford better cars.
So
for those of you who don't know, my wife makes a good amount of money. We could afford better cars than we have. We don't have shitty cars.
No,
we're just not going to go up and over. It's just, to me, it just seems like such a way. It's such a. But if you have the money, fine. But to me, it's overrated. I don't want to spend that much money on a car when I can spend on something else. No. After a while, it's just your car. The newness and the neatness of it all starts to wear out. And now you're just spending $700 a month, $800, $900, $1,000 a month on your car, just so you can drive it. And you have to clean out your console just like I do.
Yep.
You got to clean out the cup holder just like I got to clean out the cup holder.
Okay,
right?
So that was my.
They have self-cleaning cars. I'd pay extra for it.
Yeah. The cleaning the cars is big. So you're number 4. Do we want to do Jaden's number 4 or my number 4?
Yeah, go.
Okay, his number 4 is.
I can say it. Buffets. I don't like buffets.
Usually, the buffet food's not as good.
Right. The one where I see the less difference in quality is a good China buffet. A good China buffet, the food, I don't know as much of a difference between a sit-down Chinese restaurant or a takeout Chinese food.
I haven't been to one in a while. That could be true.
COVID kind of killed the buffets for a while.
The good thing about a buffet, though, is you can try things that you might not usually try.
Right.
But
Sometimes
I get what he's saying.
The food
it's just not as good.
It's just not
as good.
Plus, everyone else is, it's same as the airport. People are budging and
not only is the food quality not as good, but sometimes it's even worse because it's old.
Right.
You don't come at the right time.
Kids are running around.
Let me ask you a question about it, and it's something that we ran on.
Oh, we gotta tell the story.
In a cruise, you can tell the story.
We gotta tell the story.
But in a cruise, on the cruise, we were in the buffet, and it made me think of the Larry David thing where you have to get in the line. Like there's people in line. They're waiting to get roast beef cut, right? And they're in a line. They start at the back and they're moving across. If you don't want the roast beef, but you want the potatoes and the gravy,
let them.
Can you just pop in there and get the? Yeah. Or do you have to wait in the line?
No, you pop in, get it.
You can pop in anywhere in the line.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can pop in anywhere.
Yeah, because some people sit there and they're sorting through it. They want to pick out the one they want, and then they move right. Instead of moving over enough, they stand still and get the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and you're still sitting there waiting. Let the person pop in, pop out, and go. There's no. I don't think there's really too much of a line.
You think it's upon the person to allow it, not the person that can not just pop in.
Well, I do it, whether people allow it or not. I just say, excuse me, I'm just going to grab this real quick, and I grab it and get out of their way.
That's not the story I thought he was going to tell.
No, here's the story I'm going to tell.
I mean, make it quick. We got.
I'm going to make it to it.
I know what story you're going to say. I don't know if everybody's going to think it's as funny as you do.
It's really funny.
The look on your face of disgust at this woman is still in my head.
The lady
still
makes
me
me
laugh.
Alzheimer's or something.
Once again, it involves a trip to Cooperstown. We went to Cooperstown, and on the way back, we found a Ponderosa. Do you remember this at all?
Oh yeah, I remember.
You were still pretty young. Grayson was very young, and you got the food for him, right? So you got the food.
No, he picked. I was with him, but he picked it out.
Oh, okay. So I sat down. And
it was like mac and cheese and pizza.
He comes over and he sits down and he's got this look on his face and
it's not that funny.
He's just the look on your face. I'm like, dude, what is the matter? And he goes, this old lady just told me I don't have enough vegetable on my kid's plate. Don't sit and tell me how to raise my kid, how to feed my kid.
By the way, my kids are both amazing kids.
I just thought it was hilarious that some lady went out of her way to tell you.
He needs to eat his vegetables.
I was laughing as hard as I was at his cramp. I was in hysterics. It was so the look on your face, the disgust at this woman. A, that she told you, and B, your anger towards her about it.
I think she had
was
Alzheimer's.
Epic.
Alzheimer's or something or other, but.
Okay, so number 4 then, your cars. Oh, my number 4, we've talked about a lot. Tattoos.
We haven't talked about it on the show.
Right. I cannot stand to have
I don't mind a tattoo.
accidentally draw on my finger and to look down and see it.
I
It
would get a
makes me
tattoo if
nuts.
it meant something. Like
I just don't get the
I
obsession
like
with them.
tattoos better than piercings.
I want to have a flower bed on my back with a cross sticking out of it, and on the chain says Joe.
I should steal your jokes because you steal mine all the time.
Yeah, steal his joke. Steal his joke.
Should I
Steal his
do it?
joke.
What
do
is
it.
it?
Do
What
it.
is
Do
my
it. Do it.
joke?
I'm going to have a skull with a knife coming through the eyes on fire. It's going to be a flaming knife.
I just don't
and a
get it. I mean,
skull's
where do
hanging
people think of that stuff?
with a dragon spitting it
I
out.
want a snake wrapped around a torch that's on fire and a lightning bolt going through the club. Like, what? What the fuck is that? Why?
Oh, it's tribal.
You want that on your body forever?
It's tribal.
I definitely plan on getting a few tattoos.
I mean, I can get like Tandy's mom and like
What are you going to get,
like
Mick?
our sisters. Our sisters they want like a matching tattoo or something like. I can get something small like that, but these giant where your whole arm is just nonsense.
What do you...
I'm gonna get like a flaming bat that where the body is just one big eye that's also like crying, but the crying is like blood that forms into a river that goes around my whole arm. And then it goes into a cloud and rains out the rest of it down the rest.
And
of
it's
my
going
arm.
to symbolize your dead grandma
Yeah.
or grandpa or whoever might be dead at the time.
I
But
just
that's-
don't get it. That's my
I
number 4.
actually, but for real, I do want to get a few tattoos. Like, I want to go to a lot of places. I want to get down my arm, like a bunch of like symbols for like places I've been.
Okay, I can get stuff like
I've
that.
been
But
everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
I am a man. I have a tattoo. I am a man. I have a sword.
I have a tattoo. I am a man. I have a beard. I am a man. I have a truck. I am a man.
I
I
just
like
don't get
poker. I am a man.
I also want to get one of my fake Pokemon tattooed on me.
Okay.
All right, number 3. Or we kind of touched pets already, but you want to talk about cats? Why you think cats
specifically
are
pets.
overrated?
I like pets. I've grown to be okay with cats.
Sorry about this, Grayson and Sterling, because they love Sterling's cats.
Listen, cats are okay. I don't hate cats, but I don't.
But
get
they're overrated.
I
You
don't
don't
know
know why
if they
they're
are
number
overrated
two. You don't know
because-
why they're number 2. They're number
Why
2.
are they number 2? Birds should be number 2. Birds are awesome.
Listen, a cat, when you die, that cat's going to eat you. If it don't get food soon, it's going to eat you.
But I don't know if they could be overrated because I know a lot of people who hate cats.
A lot of people love
People
cats,
will
though.
go out of their way to run them over on the street.
Cats
if they
are the
see 'em.
second most common pet. And
People
the-
think
maybe
they're
the
like
most. They might be the
demons.
most because, like in Japan, there's more cats.
I like
Right.
I like cats because they can take care of themselves for the most part. You can leave for the whole day and not worry about the cat. You know,
Yeah.
you put the cat litter downstairs, and they can go in and take a shit and piss and not have to worry about them. You just
but then you
you
have
put enough food for them for the day, and you don't have to worry about them. The dog, you got to let them out and blah 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 blah.
Then you have cat dookie in your house.
Well, you clean the cat.
Well,
litter
it's in the cat
eventually.
litter. I get
Right,
what
but
he's
it's
saying.
still in
I
your
think
house.
cats are overrated too.
I
don't
think
like.
they're
They're
But
overrated.
little
again,
I don't-
I don't know if they can be considered overrated because a lot of people
They
hate
are.
them.
They're the
You're
second
way-
most common
You're
cat.
incorrect. Oh, like 1 out of every 2 houses has a cat.
Right. I think
Probably 2 out of every 3.
dogs absolutely should be number 1. I think birds should be number 2.
Birds are boring and
Charlie,
you trap them.
stop.
Charlie, knock it
That's
off.
Charlie. He doesn't like cats either.
He actually loves
Lizards
cats.
3, cats 4.
Yeah, cats are like little demons. They're like little
And
demons.
a lot
running
of
around
people
the house.
have that opinion.
Okay,
No one says
so-
I freaking hate dogs.
Listen,
Dogs
you're
suck.
absolutely.
I want to kill every dog
You're
I see.
100%.
People say that about cats.
You're 100% incorrect that they're not overrated. Most people like cats. Lots of people have cats.
I-
More people have cats than dogs, probably because
I disagree.
of what you said that they're easy to take care of. In Japan, they have way more cats than dogs.
Okay. All right.
My number 3.
People will say, hold on. People will say that if you don't like cats, you're just not treating them right. I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want. They're dicks. They are dicks.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Cats are dicks.
You don't have to bow down to them.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
If you could live as a cat or live as a dog, you'd live as the cat because you get every whim catered.
I'm going to give you this picture because it's the cutest picture of a cat ever. You can put this in post.
Okay, but we need to
We
move
need to move
on
on.
from cats.
I have the cutest picture in the world of a
Talked
cat.
way too long about
And
cats.
you're right. This cat hated everybody in the world but Tandy and her mother.
We've talked way too long about cats.
Baxter's a little bastard.
Speaking of Baxter, number 3 is Anchorman. That is such a terrible movie.
I love Anchorman.
Why?
It's funny.
It's number 3 on my most overrated. I try to watch it
at
again.
number 3.
It's so dumb.
It's very funny.
So dumb. He says random things so they think it's funny. Hey, I'm gonna sit here. Look, I got a top from my pop.
Hey, are those pants made of cotton candy?
I have books at my house.
He's trying to tell you what things he thinks make him fancy, and they're not.
He just says random things and they think it's fun. Just because he's random doesn't mean. Listen, Will Ferrell in general is overrated. If he's not playing Elf, or if he's not saying, listen. If he's not playing Buddy the Elf, or he's not going, Mom, the meatloaf, then he's not funny. He's not funny.
Everything he's done since. Maybe I can't remember what was first, Alf or Anchorman, but everything has been pretty much trash. You're right, I agree. But to put him as the most overrated, I don't have him as the most overrated. I don't think you consider him most overrated because the movies he's done since then have been bombs.
Stop with the.
Step Brothers is overrated. I don't think Step Brothers is hilarious.
Stop saying. Stop saying. I don't think things are overrated. Will Ferrell, Anchorman, that's really popular.
Anchorman, you can say yes. Listen, but Will Ferrell, I don't know, because the box office is proof that people don't go to his movies anymore. But if a lot of people love
Will Ferrell, they think, he's so funny. Even if a little bit, it's my list to decide if he's overrated based on how much I hate him compared to how much other people don't hate him.
Okay, all right.
So Anchorman is incredibly overrated.
Okay, well, that was your number 3.
Yep.
My number 3 was Sports Cards, which you already touched up on. So we already did Cats. So we're going to number 2. This is another one I don't think we have to spend a lot of time on because we talked about it with Star Wars.
Yeah, we had a whole episode. I don't like Star Wars.
But if people haven't seen the Star Wars episode yet, Mick, tell them why you don't love Star Wars.
I don't like Star Wars because it's just there's no point for it to be in space. Why is it in space? There's no point. It's just like we're going to put it in space, but there's not going to be much technology going on. It's going to be magic. We're going to have space magic.
They have spaceships and hovercrafts. And
yeah, but why not just have them be cars? You could just have them be cars driving across the United States.
Well, it's a way to make the movie stand out from a lot of other movies that have a similar plot line. You know, why not take that way? And it revolutionized the way movies were made in that time period.
But it doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up.
Phil, what's your number 2?
My number 2, again, something we already touched up on, was the NFL.
Okay.
The NFL has grown on me. I'm a much bigger fan than I was.
Used to be your number 1. It would have been your number 1.
Way easily my number 1. But I've jumped on the Bills bandwagon. I have more fun watching it. I just can't stand that it's talked about. One game is talked about for all week. And
okay, next.
You want to do my number?
Number 2
or yours?
Your number 2.
My number 2 is.
Oh my
bacon.
God, this is a big one.
Listen, guys, bacon is not. Listen, I'm not saying I don't like bacon. Not saying I can't eat bacon, but it's so bad for you.
It is, but that's what makes it so delicious. Ice cream is so bad for you, but it's freaking amazing.
That's like cigarettes. People love cigarettes, but they're so bad for you, so you don't smoke them.
I don't see what there is to like about cigarettes.
Well, you don't smoke them. People get addicted to them, and that's how bacon is. Bacon is trash for you. Bacon is like one of the worst foods you can eat in the whole world.
Yeah, but I've said this before.
It's high in sodium. It's high in fat. It's high in everything that's bad for you.
I know,
and it's not that good.
Bacon by itself is the most delicious thing in the world. By itself.
Stuff.
No, you don't need to add. You don't need to add any ingredients to it. You don't need to cook it with anything else to make it better. You don't need to put freaking sauce on it.
30 things.
You don't need
better.
to dip it in freaking ranch dressing.
40 things better than bacon.
By itself, I could just eat it.
Give me 50 things.
Talking about buffets?
100 things better than bacon alone.
Talking about buffets?
200.
That's why I love
200. I'll give
buffets.
you 200 things better than bacon.
On a cruise ship, because I can pile the freaking plate this high with bacon and eat every single
And then you
piece.
won't make it off the trip.
Who cares? It's worth it. Bacon is amazing.
It's not worth it.
So good.
It's so bad for you, and it's not that good.
We could make a whole episode, 8-hour long episode of me just listing things I like better than bacon.
Yeah, I would, like glass.
You're crazy. Glass!
Plastic, silicone plastic.
Listen, I'm gonna have some of that meat grown on
crazy
in metal trays that they're just starting to grow.
Crazy.
The chicken that they're grown in metal trays.
All right,
eat that better than bacon.
So now we're into our number 1s.
Yeah, I want to go last.
You want to go last?
You go first.
I'll go first. My number 1 most overrated thing in the entire world is coffee. Coffee it's water run through dirt.
Yeah, it's water running.
It's
I like
bitter.
coffee.
It has no flavor. It's warm. People have to drink it in the middle of the summer to stay awake, to wake up.
Yeah.
And I hate a warm drink in the summer.
And the other thing about
And then cold coffee.
Get iced coffee.
Tandy's like, oh, I gotta go to Starbucks and get my mocha cappuccino.
That's how Tandy.
I
Wow, Tandy's voice has changed. Since the last time I talked to her.
have to go to Starbucks and get my coffee. It's so good. Try it.
Listen, the other thing
Dirt. I just put dirt in my mouth. That's what coffee tastes like.
The thing I hate about coffee isn't so much. I like coffee flavored things. I like coffee ice cream. I like coffee desserts.
The flavor's
I like
the worst part.
I like that kind of stuff.
Why would you make anything coffee flavored?
Listen though,
I really like coffee.
I don't like when people are like it's this. I just hate cliche jokes so much.
Don't talk to me. I haven't drunk my coffee. Don't talk to me.
I hate that. Look, get back to me after I have my coffee.
Mom and Dad, Christmas morning, we used to have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're all so excited. Nope, you got to go downstairs and make our coffee, and then we can open up presents.
Listen, I'm sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet.
Okay.
The money people spend on this coffee. They get a coffee like this big, $18 at
not even-
Starbucks,
it's
and then you got to tip the person.
And most of it's not even. It doesn't even taste like coffee anymore because they put all this syrup in it. Liquid sugar, they call it. That's syrup. That's what liquid sugar is.
Listen,
Coffee
syrup.
is-
It's sugar. It's
good.
That all the sugar, all these creams. People come through drive through at Burger King, and they'll be like, "Hi, can I get a small coffee with 18 creams and 57 sugars?"
Right? I love coffee's my favorite thing in the world. Cream.
Can I have all your creams and
Sugar.
all of your sugars?
I like.
It's so good. I have to load it with other crap.
Listen, you
to
guys
make it
have
better.
sugar. Will you run across the street and get me some more sugar? That's not enough sugar. But I love my coffee. But no, you're drinking sugar water.
Trash.
Why don't you just run water through sugar?
The number one most overrated thing in the entire world is coffee.
You don't just eat pure jalapeno. You add it to stuff because you like that flavor with other
And
things.
see, and that's what I'm saying about bacon is you don't need to add shit to it, and
All
it's
right,
amazing.
Number
It's
one.
not though.
You're number one, Jaden.
My number one is sports.
Let me start his number one with sports. When I was a kid, I played baseball and basketball, and I love sports. I was a sports guy. I was a huge sports fan, and everybody would have thought, "Wow,
You never played football much,
When Mark's
did you?
gonna have we didn't have football in school.
Well, no, but
If we had volleyball, no, we did. If we had volleyball for a boys team, I would have played volleyball. I like volleyball. I'm not bad at it for somebody who doesn't play it very often. But when Jaden was little, he saw everything in twos.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw double.
yeah, this
For
poor
real.
kid was blind.
This kid,
He is colorblind.
I mean, look at his glasses. They're about 4 feet thick. I mean, you could put that thing.
He looks
on
like the old lady in
could
My Cousin Vinny.
You could replace like the ports on spaceships with his glasses. It'd be just fine.
The Subvergent. Is that what it's called? What's the thing that just blew up underwater?
The Titan submersible.
The Titan submersible. That's it.
Yeah, that's the
We
same.
could use his
that's the same
lenses for
glass.
the
they used.
windows.
If they would have used his glass, they would have been fine. They would have been so. Anyways, I mean, how's he going to develop a love for sports?
Yeah.
He couldn't see. How could he hit a baseball? He sees two of
But
them.
it's just baffling that this child came from you.
When
You do is talk about baseball when you were a kid and basketball. All you do on Facebook is argue with Anthony about LeBron James and Michael
Well,
Jordan.
Anthony's an idiot. Anthony, if you're listening, we're officially inviting you on this podcast because we're going to have a baseball one, and you and I can debate LeBron versus Jordan right here
I mean, they're
in
not
Phil's
baseball, but-
basketball. But we'll talk about baseball. We want to talk about the rules, but in that same episode, while we got him here, we can debate Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. And you can see how wrong you are when it's all over. But yeah, come on, Anthony. All he does is threaten to beat me up.
Right.
That's how he wins his arguments. Hey, Mark, I'm going to beat you up. Okay, come on.
The day this child was born, you left the hospital to come play softball.
So
And
yeah,
this maybe that's why he hates sports.
So
You left.
Listen, he was born.
You like softball better than me.
Listen, he was born.
I hate sports.
He was born,
Dad.
He was born at 6 o'clock in the morning, and
True,
the softball game was at.
I know. It's just
I
it's an
spent
easy.
a long time with him. His mom needed to sleep.
It's a low
He was
hanging fruit. It's an
sleeping.
easy joke.
It's an easy joke, but I mean, come on.
So when he had surgery to fix his eyes, he looked at me and he said, "Hey, Dad, I only see one of you now."
Aww.
Yeah, that was sad. He was 2 years old, and he'd have been seeing double his whole life. So of course he doesn't like sports. But Jaden, what's your take on why you don't like sports?
Because freaking boring. It's so boring. How many times can you watch the same thing happen? Oh, he hit the ball. Woo! Oh, he threw the ball over that way.
Yeah, we're not watching Nintendo version of baseball.
That's what I see. I see like Wii Sports. They hit the ball and they go, "That's a double," and then they like bounce to the next base.
Listen, in his defense, I have stopped watching the Yankees because they're so boring. Do you have anything else
I'm
to say
calling you out.
about sports?
I think it's only a matter of time before two things happen.
Okay.
But it's only a matter of time before A, people get really bored, and B, somebody dies in the field.
Well, that's happened.
Well, I mean, DeMar Hamlin was dead,
Haven't
wasn't
you
he?
seen Apollo Creed? The guy got killed. Apollo Creed was
Rocky
dead.
4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happened. Didn't the guy get hit in the head?
For sure, people have died. It's happened.
Then why haven't we changed it?
This is a true story. Didn't like a 4 or 3-year-old or 4-year-old bat kid get killed in a minor league baseball game?
I don't know. We gotta move because I got to pee.
a guy was taking practice swings in the on deck circle and didn't know the kid was right there and hit him in the head.
So sports
killed him.
Sports really are the first ever version of reality television.
TV. You got something more to
Go
say?
ahead.
You want to say something about, they talk about the same game for too long. These guys that I would hear you guys watch and listen to, they're like, oh, what a swing by that guy. Talk about it for 50 years.
No, but there's
Look
more,
at Roger swing.
Listen,
maybe
look
because
at
there's
his
more
swing.
baseball
Oh,
games
he's not
than there
choking
are
up. He's
football
not
games
choking
in a
up.
season. But baseball, you get to move on. Football, there's one game a week, and you have to hear about it all damn week.
Let me talk about my most overrated
Okay,
sport.
number one thing.
Okay.
Speaking of sports,
And this is the most overrated thing. This is one of those, I am a man, I have a truck. I am a man, I play golf. Golf is so overrated.
I like golf.
It's so
I miss
silly.
golf.
I'm going to hit the ball and then chase it down. Come on. Try to hit a little ball in a hole. How primitive is that? How primitive is it?
Again,
Let me
it's
see if
like-
I can hit the ball into the hole.
It's
into
like-
the hole.
It's like a lot of things. It's like baseball. It's like softball. It's like poker. It's so hard. It's so much harder than it looks. And when you accomplish something like smacking a ball 300 yards right down the middle of the fairway, it's so satisfying.
It is harder than
and
it
then
looks.
And then you take a 7 wedge and you just slam it on the freaking green right next to the pin. There's something beautiful and majestic about it.
So let me. Oh, that's good. What you just said. You're not a pro though, right? What happens more often? And be honest. What you just said, or let me tell you this beautiful scenario. Okay, I got a beautiful scenario for you. You step up to the tee. You wake up at 5:30 in the morning, right? To go out into the wet grass, right? Your feet are wet. It's you just paid $45. You got a cart. Maybe you don't have a cart. You're playing. You got to wait for the fucking guys ahead of you. They go and they hit and they make jokes about, they haven't had their coffee yet. Ha, ha, ha. Okay? Right? All that kind of stuff.
Have you
And
seen the new Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie?
step up and you're like, yeah, man, here we go. And you swing and you hit the top of the ball and it falls off the tee. Just falls off the tee and you're like, did anyone see that? You guys, that was practice. Can I have another one? They're like, yeah, go ahead. And you pick it up, put it back on. You're all like, okay, even if you hit it great, it's still your second shot. Even though they're going to give you a free shot, it's your first shot. And you hit it and it slices into the woods. Now you're like, fuck, damn, and you throw your club. You got to go find your club. You got to find your ball. There's guys behind you that want to go faster. They want to go. You got to go. You got to go. And don't tell me, guys, if you're watching the episode and you're a golfer, don't say, well, just don't hit it into the woods. You hit it into the woods too. Shut up. You're not a pro. You're not Tiger Woods. And if you are a pro and you are Tiger Woods, thanks for watching. But for all of you amateur golfers, why is that fun? Why is that fun? And then you hit it, and oh man! You hit it in the sand trap, and you hit it again. It's still in the sand. You hit it again. It's still in the sand.
Listen.
And then you can't even finish the hole because once you get to 8, you got to pick it up. Right? You can't. Even, you don't even get to finish. You don't even get the satisfaction of putting the ball into the cup because once you get to 8, just pick it. They all say, just pick it up. Just pick it up. Just pick it up. That's fun.
It's frustrating now because I haven't golfed much. Like from 2000, actually from 1998 to 2003, there's nothing I enjoy better than going playing golf with Dad. We had so much fun playing golf. We did. We got up early, and yes, there were days when you hit the ball in the woods a lot or you top one. But once you practice and you get better, it happens less and less, and then you set individual goals. It's an individual game, and that's what makes it fun to me. Is because I don't have someone else to screw it up for me.
And you got to spend $40 to play. Then you got to buy new balls. Then you want to spend all this money on clubs, and you're getting clubs. And look at my club. This new club is going to make me hit amazing, and you still hit it into the fucking woods. I'm going to spend $200 on a driver, and I'm still going to hit up 220 yards to the left.
I like to consider myself a pretty good golfer around 2003 before I stopped.
Nah, you weren't.
And then to go back out, it's been frustrating because I'm terrible now. I was decent.
What's good? What is a good golfer?
I was shooting in the 80s at Webster West.
Okay.
Routinely. I didn't play a lot of some of the bigger courses. Routinely. I was golfing on 9/11. That happened. I was in the golf course.
Well, that doesn't make you a good golfer.
I shot like an 84 that
I was
day.
golfing on August 15th.
I made a putt.
1999.
I made a putt for birdie on 18. That was like 15 feet long.
I made putts for birdies before.
I know, but there's something satisfying about maybe there's a hole that you never played well, and then you finally conquered.
Golf is overrated.
And it was fun when Dad got his hole in one.
Overrated.
Dad, he hadn't golfed in years.
Listen,
and he gets on that par 3 and he hits it, and we can't see the ball, and we're like, did it make it?
Here's the reason why it's overrated, though. Even if it's not as bad as I said.
Okay.
Right? Overrated means it's not as good as people think it is, and people do think it is. I'm going to go on a golf trip. We're going to go down there to Florida in the winter, and we're going to golf every single day, all day long. Just played 18. I just played 27 holes, man. I just played 36 holes, and I am tired. And I was playing golf all day. I am a man. I played golf. I am a man. I played golf. I mean,
if you don't like golf, I can't talk you into liking it.
It's not even that I don't like it. That I don't like it at all. It's just that I don't get why people are obsessed with it.
I just told you why. There's a hole.
Not a good reason.
The 9th hole at Webster West. There's a really tough hole. It's a thin airway. You can't hit it too far or you're going in the creek. You can't hit it too short or you're making the hole too long. You got to put it in the right spot.
You know what else?
And hold on. There's this one time where Dad put a ball like right a little too far than perfect, and he got this giant willow.
We got to go. It's 5:00.
I know. You got this giant willow tree in front of him, and he's debating: do I hit a wedge and go over it? Do I lay up and go under it? And he finally decided, screw it, I'm going for it. And he pulled out his 3-wood, and he hit the ball. And, like, right before it hit those trees, it, like, skipped off of a lake, or like a rock off a lake, and it shot up and over the thing. And you could almost hear the, the music come out. To hit shots like that, it's so fun and majestic. I remember that day so well. It was so fun. And his hole-in-one, when we're sitting there.
You talked about that already.
You didn't let me finish.
But
we were wondering where the ball was. We can't find the ball. We're like, did it go in? Did it go in? The cart didn't stop moving. I jumped off the cart and ran up the green, and there's your ball. You got a hole-in-one. It was freaking awesome. There's so many things that are fun about golf when you have struggled with it and then you finally succeed. It feels like you've accomplished
handicaps are stupid too.
Handicaps
are stupid. It's like if we play a softball team that's better than us, and we're like, hey, it doesn't matter that you guys are better than us.
We got to start with 5 runs.
We're going to start with 8 runs. We're going to start with 8 runs. That way, and even softball, it would have to be more than that. Starting with 8 runs because you can keep going in softball games. But golf, there's a limit. There's 18 holes. There's 5-6 strokes a hole, whatever it might be. You can't just catch up like you can in a softball game.
Right.
So it almost have to be 30 runs for it to be a handicap.
Well, you can catch up if the other person's
travel teams. But to be like, I'm really good at golf, and it doesn't matter if I'm really good because you can still beat me because of handicaps. Like, what's the point then? Why be good? Why be good at something? Oh, you're only good because you play all day. Duh.
To make it It's to make it more fun for the other person.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, they do it with bowling too, right? Don't they have handicaps in bowling? But no other sport.
Bowling. The thing about bowling is, and there's a lot of people who love bowling. I have fun with bowling too, but
I like bowling.
You can perfect it, and then you're done.
Right.
You're done. You're just done after that. You know what I mean?
I had to write a newspaper article for a writing class in FLCC, and I made up an article. I said that I was going to interview a guy who bowled
A 300.
A 300 with both hands.
that
He said he bowled like 4 or 5 300s with his right hand, so he wanted to try it left, and it took him years, and he finally did it.
So you just made up that story?
I made up a guy. I made up
Wow,
everything. I
that's
just
pretty good.
made up a story.
Dude,
that a guy
you
bowled
better not.
300.
You better hope none of your teachers are watching.
What are they going to do now?
Change his grade. They're going to change his grade.
He's already got his
My
degree.
diploma's upstairs.
Yeah, I'm sure Rick Cook's going to go back and say, hey, fellas.
Yeah, we gotta change it.
So we got to finish.
I got to take it.
Game over.